What is up, you guys? Today, we are looking at something so insane, so unbelievable, that even the world's top experts are just scratching their heads, trying to figure out how these massive structures are literally clinging to nothingness. We're talking about buildings that defy gravity, hanging off cliffs and floating in the clouds. I am taking you on a journey to the summits of China, where entire palaces and impossible routes just float through the mist, thousands of feet in the air. This is next-level stuff. And it makes you wonder, are these ancient monuments built on pure faith, or are they modern miracles of technology that we just can't comprehend? Look at this. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Before we dive in, I have a question for you. If fear wasn't a factor, if you had zero fear of heights, which one of these insane sites would you visit? Let me know down in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what you guys think. I'm reading every single one. This is the kind of content we live for, exploring the absolute limits of what's possible. So if you're as passionate about the extraordinary as I am, you already know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe, so you don't miss what's coming next, and turn on those notifications, because you are not going to want to miss a single second of this. Alright, enough talk. Are you ready for this? Because what you're about to see will challenge everything you thought you knew about construction, engineering, and maybe even reality itself. We're going to places where the ground is just a suggestion and the buildings touch the sky in ways that shouldn't be possible. This isn't just a video, it's a deep dive into human ingenuity at its most extreme. So buckle up, hold on tight, and don't look down. Welcome to the abyss. Alright, first up, we're going to a place that looks like it was built in a video game. This is Zhangjiajie City, and it is officially the narrowest city in the entire world. I mean, just look at this place. It's like someone took a normal city and squeezed it between two massive mountains. The craziest part? The whole city is basically built on stilts. We're talking about massive reinforced concrete columns that act like artificial roots, plunging deep into the ground to anchor these buildings, right to the bedrock. It's the only way they could build here. You have to understand the scale of this. These aren't just a few pillars holding up a porch. We're talking about an entire city, with apartment buildings, shops, and roads, all propped up over a raging river. The architects who designed this had to be absolute geniuses, or completely insane. Every single building is a custom job, a unique solution to the problem of having literally no flat ground to build on. Imagine living in one of these apartments, looking out your window, and seeing nothing but a sheer drop to the river below. It's wild. This city is a masterclass in urban survival. Nature basically said, you can't build here, and the people of Zhangjiajie said, watch us. They didn't just build, they built an entire thriving metropolis where logic says there should be nothing but a canyon. The engineering here is on another level. They had to calculate the weight of every building, the force of the river, the stability of the mountainside, and somehow make it all work. It's a constant battle against gravity and erosion. Think about the construction process. They had to haul tons of concrete and steel up these steep cliffs, drill deep into solid rock, and pour these colossal pillars, all while hanging hundreds of feet in the air. The level of precision required is mind-boggling. One wrong calculation, one weak point, and the whole thing could come crashing down. It's a testament to human determination. This isn't just architecture, it's a statement. So Zhangjiajie City stands today not just as a place where people live, but as a living, breathing case study in how to innovate when your back is against the wall, or in this case, when you're pinned between two of them. It shows that with enough ingenuity and sheer willpower, you can build a home anywhere, even on the edge of a cliff over a roaring river. It's an incredible feat of engineering that has literally created land out of thin air. Absolutely insane. Okay, if you thought a city on stilts was crazy, get ready for this. We're heading to the Wudang Mountains, a place straight out of a fantasy movie. These mountains are home to a complex of ancient Taoist temples, and some of them are just hanging there. Look at the Golden Hall, perched on the highest peak, or the Nanyang Temple, literally built into the side of a vertical cliff face. It looks like it was glued there by a giant. But the secret isn't glue, it's something way cooler. The ancient Chinese builders used an incredible system called Dao Gong. This is a unique type of interlocking wooden bracket system. Imagine the most complicated Lego set you've ever seen, but made of massive wooden beams. These intricate joints fit together so perfectly that they don't need a single nail or screw to hold the main structure together. It's all about precision, balance and distributing weight in a way that seems to defy physics. This is craftsmanship on a god-tier level. What's truly genius about the Dogong system is that it's not rigid. It has a built-in flexibility. When an earthquake hits or strong winds blast through the mountains, these joints can shift and move slightly, absorbing the shock and dissipating the energy. Instead of cracking or breaking under pressure, the whole temple flexes like a living thing. It's why these structures, some of which are over 600 years old, are still standing perfectly today, while modern buildings might have crumbled. The builders didn't just want to conquer the mountain, they wanted to become part of it. They designed these temples to blend seamlessly into the natural landscape. The curved roofs mimic the shape of the mountains, and the wooden structures feel like an extension of the ancient forests. It's a perfect harmony between human creation and nature. You can feel the sense of peace and balance just by looking at it. It's a monument to faith, built with an understanding of nature that is just breathtaking. So, while modern engineers use steel and concrete, these ancient masters used wood, wisdom, and a deep respect for their environment. The Wudang mountain temples aren't just buildings, they're masterpieces of organic engineering. They prove that sometimes the most advanced technology isn't about brute force, but about working with the world around you. To build something that lasts for centuries without a single metal nail is just, I don't even have words. It's beautiful, and it's brilliant. Alright, so we've seen an ancient solution, but now let's look at a modern marvel. Welcome to the Huangshan Valley, where people are literally living over a giant, terrifying abyss. These aren't ancient temples, these are modern homes and guest houses. From a distance they look like traditional Chinese houses, peacefully nestled in the mountains. But when you get closer, you realize they are floating over a chasm hundreds of feet deep. My palms are sweating just looking at this. So, how is this even possible? The secret is hidden from view. Drilled deep into the solid rock of the cliff face are massive, invisible steel anchors. These anchors are the foundation for a super strong steel frame that juts out over the void. The houses are then built on top of this frame. It's a brilliant illusion. You get the beauty and aesthetic of a traditional wooden house, but it's all supported by a cutting-edge modern engineering skeleton that you can't even see. This entire project was designed to solve a huge problem. This rural area was beautiful but had no economy. Young people were leaving for the cities. So, a team of visionary architects came up with this insane idea. Let's use the most dramatic feature of the landscape, the cliffs, to our advantage. They decided to build a tourist destination that would be an attraction in itself. They didn't just build guest houses, they built an experience that you cannot get anywhere else in the world. The goal was to merge modern engineering with traditional aesthetics so perfectly that you couldn't tell where one began and the other ended. They studied the local architecture, the specific curves of the roofs, the style of the windows, and replicated it with painstaking detail. But underneath all that classic beauty is a web of high-tensile steel and reinforced concrete, all meticulously calculated by structural engineers to be completely safe, even in this extreme environment. This project completely revitalized the region. Tourists now flock here to experience what it's like to sleep in a beautiful house that's floating over a canyon. It created jobs and brought life back to the village. It's a perfect example of how modern technology doesn't have to clash with tradition or nature. When used creatively, it can enhance them, creating something totally new and breathtaking while preserving the soul of a place. It's a bridge between the past and the future, suspended over an abyss. For our final location, we are going somewhere that looks like it's from the movie Avatar. This is Tianmen Mountain, famous for its Heaven's Gate arch, but we're looking at something else. The entire mountain is a forest of unbelievable vertical stone spires. These natural pillars are so steep and so tightly packed that for centuries, no one could possibly explore them. They were just something to be looked at from a distance. Until now. Engineers were faced with an impossible challenge. How do you let people experience these pillars up close, without destroying the natural beauty of the place? You can't build traditional paths on the ground. There is no ground. So they came up with a solution that is both terrifying and brilliant. They decided to build the walkways directly onto the sides of the cliffs. They designed floating walkways that literally wrap around these stone spires thousands of feet in the air. The construction of these walkways is one of the most insane engineering feats I've ever seen. Workers had to rappel down these sheer cliffs, hanging from ropes, and drill anchors into the rock by hand. They then had to attach steel supports and build a narrow path, piece by piece, all while suspended over a deadly drop. There are pictures of these workers with no safety nets, just a rope, building these paths. They are the bravest people on the planet, period. The result is a network of pathways, including sections made entirely of glass, that gives you the feeling of walking on air. As you walk along, you are surrounded by these majestic stone pillars, with clouds drifting below your feet. It's an experience designed to make you feel small, to put you face to face with the raw power and scale of nature. It's not just a tourist path, it's an engineering miracle designed to create a feeling of awe and wonder. This is what happens when human ambition meets an impossible landscape. The engineers at Tianmen Mountain didn't try to tame it, instead they created a way for us to respectfully visit and be humbled by it. They used modern technology, not to dominate, matsen for need am lasam sam fry, but to batsen to dominate, but to facilitate an experience. These floating walkways are more than just a way to get from point A to point B. They are a destination in themselves, a testament to the crazy, brilliant, and sometimes terrifying things we can build. So there you have it. From a city on stilts to temples without nails, from modern homes over a void to walkways floating in the clouds. What we've seen today isn't just incredible architecture, it's a showcase of the absolute edge of human possibility. These structures push the boundaries of what we think is achievable, blending ancient wisdom and modern marvels to create things that simply shouldn't exist. They are monuments to our own audacity, our creativity, and our relentless drive to reach new heights, both literally and figuratively. Each of these locations tells a story. Zhangjiajie tells a story of survival, wudang of harmony, huangshan of revitalization, and tianmen of reverence. They show us that for every impossible problem, there's an ingenious, mind-blowing solution waiting to be discovered. It makes you wonder what else is out there, what other impossible structures are being dreamed up right now. What will the next generation build on the side of a cliff, or in the middle of the sky? The future is going to be absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this insane journey to the abyss and back. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what we just saw. Remember to let me know in the comments which one of these places you would visit. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more of the most extreme and unbelievable things on Earth, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. We have so much more crazy stuff planned. See you in the next video.